everybody, and welcome again to my channel. How'd you like my hair? I'm trying to be all authentic today, hair and everything. But more than that, I'm excited because I told you I'm going to bring some guests on again. This person checked my brain, checked my heart most of the time. I'm very, very, very excited about him. He have a PhD in counseling, having been around the schools of East London and helping with play therapy. I think that's so amazing. Have written 8 books. Listen, welcome to my couch, Dr. Bays. Come on guys, put your fingers together for that. Welcome.
It's good to be here. A wonderful opportunity.
Yes, so you see I'm excited. I'm jumping in my chair. Excited to have you.
That's good.
Very excited to have you. Listen, so we today want to speak a bit about, counseling and the stuff that you deal with daily. Hence, people need to come, to the right people that can check you sometimes. How do you feel about your job? Generally, how do you feel about that?
My job, I say to my wife often that, and I even talk to clients and say that one of the things that you should look out for is in your job, you must look at something that you love to do so much that you'd be willing to do it for nothing because you're so passionate about it. And if you find that thing, then you try and monetize it because then it's your passion and whatever.
Wow.
So my job for me is something like that I love my job so much that I could quite easily do it for nothing. Obviously, I've got to charge to pay bills, but I'm very passionate about my job. I love what I'm doing. I love interacting with people, helping people as much as I can. Sometimes, it's difficult and tough, draining, tiring sometimes, but fortunately I've got a great family which helped me keep energized. But as far as my job, I don't think I could do anything else, to be quite honest.
It's amazing. Just like me, I love doing this. You see, I like the camera on me and stuff.
That's when you come out,
Yes. As I said, and don't be calling now, guys. Don't be calling for free stuff. I'm just letting you know. No free stuff. We're going to be paying, You can contact me. But we want to speak, and I think off air, we spoke about marriages. And I said to you, 5 out of 10 marriages lost.
Yeah.
This is serious. What do you think we're doing wrong? What are we doing wrong?
I think the difficulties, I think there's a lot of pressure on marriage. And I think that for me, and this is my opinion because of what I've been thinking about exactly what you're talking about. When I went for my training years ago, they said that every 2 years you should do some kind of marriage enrichment as a couple.
Wow.
So marriage enrichments, go see a counselor, read a book, watch a DVD, YouTube. I mean, you can watch all kinds of stuff now. But the research says that couples wait 7 to 8 years before they actually go for help.
Wow.
So there's a major shift there, and there's a problem that people wait for so long.
Wow.
Because by the time 7 or 8 years come along, it may be too late. So I think that there's 2 things for me. One is that the marriage preparation that people go through is hugely inadequate. I've seen it in churches I've worked with and churches I've been involved with, and a lot of marriages. If you look at a lot of marriages that start to take strain, inevitably you may find that one of the reasons is they had very insufficient preparation. They never spoke through real issues. So, you'll have a couple that'll come and they're arguing about the fact that one of them wants children and the other one doesn't.
Wow.
Now, that's something that should really have been spoken of way before they even thought about getting married. And they should have established that from the get-go. And so I think marriage preparation is a huge problem. The second thing that I think is a problem for me is that people are not as intentional. Now, I like that word intentional because it means that you have to be focused on doing something to make a change. So if you look at your life, your career, we're very intentional about our careers. We study hard, we go to university, we get a degree, we work up the ladder, we work overtime, we do everything. We're intentional about our kids, education, putting money away, saving money. We're intentional about all those areas. Even your car, think about your car. Do you want to have your car for 5 years or 10 years? Most people want them for as long as possible. What do you do to keep that car going? Well, you're very intentional about looking after it. But the funny thing is, Miss J, is when you look at marriages, people aren't as intentional about their marriages. They don't put as much effort into their marriage and keeping it alive, keep it excited, keeping focused, keeping that connection alive on a daily basis. And you find that the majority of times there'll be 4 things that people miss. And these are easy things. And you'll see that the majority of people that end up on my couch for counseling, if they're in crisis, one or more of these 4 things are missing.
Wow.
Do you want me to?
Yeah, let's go there. Can we go there? Yeah.
So the first one is that there needs to be 4 verbal contacts between the two of you in a day.
Right.
Now, verbal contact is for connection, not information.
Okay.
So information is pick the kids up, feed the dog, buy milk and bread. That still happens. But the connection, and now it's easy with our cell phone. So you can send a WhatsApp, you can send a WhatsApp voice note. You know, my wife can't take phone calls during the day because she's a teacher.
Yeah.
So I can't phone her and chat to her. And look, a connection phone call is quick. How's it, babe? How you doing? Love you. Chat later. So it's very quick. I hope you're having a good day. I know you're going into a hectic meeting later. I'm praying for you, whatever. Okay. So it's just that connection between each other. A voice note, I hope you're having a good day. Or a little smiley face or kissy face on WhatsApp. So, but then I say that if I send one to Mandy, Mandy's response doesn't count because she's responding. She has to initiate one.
That's good.
So it's what I initiate, whatever. So 4 verbal contacts there. Then the second one is 6 non-sexual touches. So non-sexual touches, a kiss hello, kiss goodbye, hug, holding hands when you go for a walk, sitting on the couch, cuddling. But it's not the sexualized thing.
Okay.
So, and you find often that the problem comes in is that couples only touch each other when they want to have sex.
There you go.
And that's the problem.
Yeah.
Okay. So, or the husband or the wife, more often the husband, will often only engage in conversation when they want to have sex.
Wow.
So that's the problem. Okay. So verbal contacts, up your game. Non-sexual touches, up your game. And then the third one is date nights. At least once a month you need to go on a date, just the two of you. Kids, you know, I mean, some couples say, we go out every Friday night. But it's not a date because you've got your kids with you.
Yeah.
Date night is just Mandy and I, we go out, we do something. We go out for supper. Or it could be a date breakfast. So one of my friends, he says that him and his wife go on a breakfast. You know, once a week they go on and that's fun. So find the thing that works. It could be a lunchtime. It could be a coffee. But make that a regular thing. If you're able to do it more than once a month, that's great. But it doesn't have to cost you anything necessarily. It could be a walk up the road, a walk on the beach. It could be just chucking a ball at each other and talking. I've got marriage discussion starter cards, which I give to couples to use to help generate that discussion. And then the last one of the 4 is at least once a year, you need to go away as a couple. Even if it's just for a night, just to connect and stay connected with each other. And if you're doing those 4 things on a regular basis, especially the first 2 where there's healthy communication.
Yes.
And for connection. So how was your day? And I actively, when I ask you that question, I'm not distracted with my phone and looking at Facebook and while I'm trying to listen, talk, or I'm watching TV while you're talking to me. That's not connection. Because none of us feel like we're being heard if I was sitting talking to you and you're looking at your notes all the time, I would feel I'm wasting my time. So we want to have that deep connection where I'm actually engaged with you and I'm actually listening. And I'm asking questions. I'm not trying to solve your problem because often we do that as men. So I'll say to you, how was your day? So, I had a terrible day, you know, the cameras never worked and, you know, the guest was really, it just fell flat. And then your husband's like saying, but did you do this? And how you so, you know what you must do? I think you should fire the cameraman and the other guy, and all that kind of, and he's trying to solve your problem because we as men are problem solvers. So we want to solve. Instead of just listening and just saying, okay, well, what made your day so bad? Oh, shucks, that sounds hard, and that must have been rough. How did you feel about that? And try and get, so I use the acronym GREAT, because remember that you want to move your marriage from good to great. So it's okay to have a good marriage, but what if you can have a great marriage? Just do 1 or 2 things differently that make it great. So great.
That's amazing.
Gentle. Respectful. Encourage. Attune and touch. Okay, so gentle. So when you're talking to each other, be gentle. So even if I'm angry with you, I can still do it gently. And I can do it respectfully. I don't have to raise my voice or be sarcastic or harsh. I can do it respectfully. I can say, what you did hurt me. I'm really angry with you right now. But gentle, respectful. E is encourage. So encourage each other to talk. So when my wife says something to me, I say, help me understand your thinking. I'm I'm not quite clear on that point. Can you just elaborate on that? Or so what I hear you saying is this, is that right? And so I'm encouraging her to talk more and to give me more information, because remember that the key and the goal of communication is understanding, not agreement.
Yes.
You see, because if we just go for agreement, we're always going to be...
That's good.
Yeah. So you look at total agreement, total disagreement, and then you fight because you want to agree with each other. But find the middle ground, and let me try and understand what you're trying to say. Let me understand.
Yes.
So that encouraging each other, and then attuning. Attuning is I'm trying to understand your emotional state.
Yeah.
So what about what I did made you so upset? Help me to understand that so I can change it.
That's good.
Not help me understand it so I can tell you you're being ridiculous and you're overreacting. No. I might not agree with the way that you reacted or that how you feel about what I said. I might not agree with those, but I'm going to try and relate and say, okay, help me to understand it so I cannot do it again. Because I want to change my behavior.
Yes.
And then the last one is touch, because sometimes just a touch on the hand and say, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't mean it like that.
Yes.
I apologize.
Yeah. That is amazing. That is amazing. Guys, you have to pay me for this. You guys, yeah. That is really amazing. We actually spoke, just before we went live, or we went on air, we spoke about cheating, but I don't want to go there now. I want us to speak about, because we spoke about what do you see as when can you leave a marriage? When do you think is the right time to leave marriage? And I said to you that most of the times is when, or the elderly people will tell you, only when your husband or your wife cheat, that's when you leave. And we had a nice conversation. Can we go there quickly? About when cheating is...
well, look, I think the cheating thing for me is not the sex.
Yes.
That's not cheating.
Yeah.
That's the end result. The cheating starts way before that.
Okay.
An affair doesn't start when the person has sex.
Yes.
And you find out that your husband or wife is having sex with someone else. That's the end result of an affair.
Okay.
An affair starts when I start to share emotional information about myself and my life and my marriage with someone other than my wife.
Wow.
So if I'm spending more time talking to you about how I'm struggling in life and my job and my marriage and all that kind of stuff, then I am with my wife, then I'm having an emotional affair.
Wow.
Because you're not the right person.
Yes. Good.
Because you are outside my circle.
Yes.
Because remember the circles, you've got a circle, that's that inner circle, that's just you and your partner. Your children aren't in that circle.
Yes.
Your children have to be in the next circle. Because if you think you draw a circle, you are in that circle, then the next circle is your family and friends, then the next circle, more family and friends.
Yes.
But that inner circle, it's just you and your husband. Your children can move in and out of that circle.
Yeah.
But anybody or anything that is in that circle without both of your permission is problematic, because it's going to create disruption within that circle. Because that circle is created to be just the two of you.
Yeah.
That's why the Bible says a man shall leave his mother and his father and cleave to his.
Yes.
So I've got to leave those other people in those other circles and move to that circle.
Yeah, that's good.
And that's got to stay there. And so the minute I step out of that and I start sharing those feelings and emotions with someone that's not in that inner circle, I have to go out of that circle into another circle problem.
That is amazing.
Okay, so then that's when it starts. Now, as far as leaving, it's a very difficult thing to say, because I think I would never tell a person to leave their partner unless there is serious physical violence and stuff like that going on. And if there's multiple affairs where the person is not repentant or is not wanting to change that kind of behavior, I don't think it's healthy to stay in marriages like that at all. But I think that what you want to think about is you've got to say, okay, in 5 years' time, if I look back, would I be able to honestly say that I've done everything that I could to save my marriage?
Wow.
Because 5 years' time, I don't want to look back and say, if only I'd stuck it out, if only I'd done this, if only I'd gone for counselling.
Yes.
I want to say no. Yes. I did that. I approached my partner, I spoke to them, I encouraged them, I sometimes even begged them to go for counselling, and they still refused. They kept on with their behaviour. They refused to change, even when other people got involved. I've had scenarios where family members have spoken to them, and pastors have spoken to them, and other people and friends and brothers, and the person does not want to change their behaviour. If there's severe drug addiction or any kind of addictive behaviour, gambling, where the person is constantly gambling your money away and you can't even put food on the table.
Yes.
I think that there needs to be some severe intervention
Yeah.
in there, and maybe it may mean that you might need to just withdraw from that for
Yeah.
a time until that can be settled, and then work on a reconciliation. So I would suggest to couples that sometimes they need to just be apart for a while so they can both work on their issues,
Wow. Wow.
and then together work on how they can resolve that
Yes.
and make a way forward.
Oh, that is so good. Listen, we literally have to get this man back. You guys tell me. We need to get you back. We want to speak about children. We want to speak about, play therapy.
Yeah, that'll be
we want to
fantastic.
we want to go into the bedroom a bit,
Yes,
of
yes.
marriages. What is rightfully allowed and not allowed, because there's a big deal about it out there, and I'm sure you guys also say the same thing out there. So it was so awesome to have you.
Yeah, thank you.
Excellent to have you. Listen, guys, did you know who I had today? The man himself on my couch. Listen, if you have time, subscribe, notification, so you can know when this is coming on or what is coming next. But this man I'm bringing back again, right in front of you, on my couch again. Listen, because he's also have a couch series we'll talk about when we come back next time. Thank you so much. I love you guys. This was amazing.